So negative A, L, O, all of them are fine, okay? If you were asking. As long as I realize that you're subtracting it from the gross property and equipment, you're fine. Okay, let me put name A also. Kind of a liability. It's not a liability, kind of. I don't like to like L. I don't know if I did write L over there in the class. So negative A or other. Inventories. A, asset. Long term, short term? Short, I would say. Short term. Taxes, non-income. Expense, thank you. Such as property tax. Loans. Liabilities. Mortgage. Liability. Cash. Most liquid asset. Cash. Paid in capital. Equity. Cost of goods sold. Expense, thank you. Retained earnings. What are retained earnings? What's the definition of retained earnings?
Equity.
I know it's an equity, yeah, but what it is? It is whatever you save after you pay the dividends, yes. Whatever the leftover after the dividends, common stock and preferred stock dividends. The leftover is called retained, kept, saved earnings. Okay, question on that? No question, okay. I'm going to do the income statement really quickly. Balance sheet, and I need your help. And then cash flow statement. This problem is a very good problem because this is very similar to what I had in the class, and you're repeating it, and you're going to be very familiar. The exam, your first problem is this problem. A very similar problem to this one. I'm going to ask for all accounting books. So it's a very good practice for you to go over and over on this example. I'm not saying you are going to have the exact items in the exam, but very similar. Very similar. Yes?
Can you explain again why depreciation and expense and accumulated depreciation?
No. Accumulated depreciation is being subtracted from gross equipment. Okay? It shows the current value of the equipment. The current value. You want to determine your balance sheet for this year, 2014, 2013, okay? From the beginning of the year to the end. You have to subtract accumulated depreciation from older years to determine the current value of your properties this year. Depreciation itself is an expense for this year. Accumulated is coming from all years. It's a summation of all accumulated from year zero at the moment that you bought that property to this year. Any other question? That was a good question. Okay, let's do the income statement. I need your help. The income statement. The income statement. What is the product or fruit of income statement? Net income, then you subtract the dividends to have. Retained earnings. That is the check for income statement. That is the check. You are going to calculate income statement, then you are going to go back to your table and check your retained earnings. We need to get this number. Retained earnings, where's retained earnings? 28. We need to target this 28. Sorry, 28 minus 5, because 28 is at the end, 5 is coming from last year. So 28 minus 5, 23 should be the product or the end number in your income statement. Guys, remember to check your income statement and make sure your numbers match the retained earnings in the given table. Okay. Income statement sales comes first. I'm going to do this very quickly because we had it already. So sales is 440. How's the font? Do I need to zoom in or is good? Zoom in? Maybe? Good? Okay. Sales 440. Then this is my income. Let me write it down here. With my red pen. This is my income. The other items are going to be my expenses, including cost of goods sold, 140. Then I have salaries. How much? 150. Utilities. How much? 8. Postage. Whatever you labeled as X in your table goes under I. Postage is 2. Then we have insurance. 5. Mortgage interest. 10. Loan interest. 10. Depreciation. Guys, this is not a cumulative. Sorry about that. This is not a cumulative depreciation. This is the current year's depreciation, which is 18. Then I have my non-income tax, which is 35. So I'm good with all my X's. Sales as my income comes first, then we are going to subtract all of my expense items from my sales to have taxable. Taxable is how much? This is positive, all these guys are negative. Should be 62. I have 62 here. Did anyone do the calculation? 62? Thank you. 62. So based on my income tax, 40% should be 24.8. So my net income, how much? $37.2. Am I done? Net income.
So after subtracts your dividends paid.
Dividends. What are dividends? Whatever we pay to the common stock and preferred stockholders. So I'm going to subtract these two. So I'm good. Because I have 28 minus 5, 23. And I got 23, so I'm good. That is the test for income statement. During the exam, you need to make sure that you got the right number. Any question? Okay. Balance sheet. No question on this. Okay. Balance sheet. What does the balance sheet show? Financial status of the company. Balance sheet shows assets equal liabilities plus equities. What is the test for balance sheet? A equals to L plus E. Okay, I start with assets. Very quickly, assets. Short term to long term. Most liquid to least liquid. The most liquid is cash. Okay, check my numbers. I have 13 here. 13,000. Next, you should look for A's in your table. Accounts receivable. Accounts receivable. How much? 16,000. Inventory. Inventories. 50,000. Inventories 50,000. So cash, accounts receivable, inventories. Next,